Believe it or not, some endings are written long before they happen. Not because God is cruel, but because He is kind enough to see what we cannot. This story begins with a heart that trusted too deeply, and a God who loved that heart even more. In a quiet corner of the world lived a person named Zion. He was not famous. He was not powerful, but his heart was sincere, and sincerity is something God notices immediately. Zion believed in love the way children believe in light, without doubt, without fear. He believed that when two souls connect deeply, God must have planned it to last. There was someone special in his life, not just someone he talked to, someone he prayed for, someone whose happiness mattered more to him than his own comfort. When Zion made dua, that person's name came naturally, like breathing. He believed this bond was written by God as a gift. And maybe it was, but gifts can be temporary. The special person was gentle at first, kind, understanding. Their words felt safe. Their presence felt like mercy. Zion thanked God every day for them. He believed Allah had answered a prayer. But Allah answers prayers in ways we do not always understand. Years passed. Life moved forward. And slowly, quietly, something shifted. Not in a loud, obvious way, but in a way that only sensitive hearts notice. The warmth cooled. The effort became uneven. The connection started to feel heavy instead of light. Zion ignored the signs. He told himself that patience was love, that sacrifice was loyalty, that holding on was faith. But Islam teaches balance, and Zion had forgotten one thing. Faith does not mean losing yourself. As 2026 approached, the world felt unsettled. Not just outside, but inside him. His prayers felt longer. His chest felt tighter. He would sit after Salah and stare at nothing, feeling something unnamed pressing against his heart. This is often how God prepares us. The special person began to act differently, less present, more distant. Their eyes no longer rested where they once did. Their voice carried politeness instead of warmth. Zion asked himself what he had done wrong. He searched his actions like a man searching ruins for answers. But the truth was simple and painful. He was not the problem. One night, Zion prayed tahajjud. The house was silent. The world is asleep. He cried quietly so no one would hear, and he asked Allah a question that came from deep pain, not rebellion. Ya Allah, if this bond is good for my deen and my future, keep it. And if it is not, remove it, even if it hurts. That dua changed everything. Islam teaches us that when you sincerely ask Allah for truth, He gives it. Sometimes gently, sometimes suddenly. In early 2026, the shock arrived. Not as a fight, not as betrayal, but as a calm sentence spoken without trembling. The special person said they needed to end ties, that they felt something was missing, that they wanted a different path. They did not accuse. They did not insult. They simply stepped away. Zion felt the world go quiet. It is strange how pain works. It does not always scream. Sometimes it numbs. His ears rang. His heart beat too loudly. He nodded even though nothing inside him agreed. And just like that, the bond he believed would last a lifetime ended in a few moments. He did not chase. He did not beg. Islam teaches dignity. But inside he shattered. Days turned into nights. Nights into silent mornings. Zion continued praying. But now his prayers were soaked in confusion. He asked Allah why someone he loved was taken away. He wondered why God would allow something so pure to end. And Allah answered, not with words, but with understanding. Slowly, Zion began to see what love had blinded him to. He remembered moments when he felt small, times when his boundaries were crossed quietly, situations where he compromised his values just to keep peace. He realized that the bond had slowly begun to pull him away from himself. Allah does not allow that to continue. In Islam, Allah says He is Al-Latif, the most gentle. When He removes someone, it is often because their presence was becoming a test instead of a blessing. The special person was not evil. They were not wrong. They were simply not meant to walk the entire road with Him. This realization did not remove the pain immediately. Healing is a process. Sabr is not silence. It is strength. Zion allowed himself to grieve, but he did not allow grief to take him away from Allah. He learned something powerful. Not every separation is rejection. Some are redirects. As months passed, Zion's heart slowly healed. He focused on his faith. He rebuilt his self-respect. He learned to find peace in prayer rather than people. And something beautiful happened. His soul felt lighter. He felt closer to God than he ever had before. His du'as felt honest again. His chest expanded instead of tightening. He realized that the bond had ended so that something greater could begin. His return to himself and his deeper connection with Allah. One day, Zion understood the biggest shock of all. The special person ending ties was not the disaster. It was mercy. If they had stayed, he might have lost himself slowly. His faith might have weakened. His heart might have hardened. Allah saved him from that. Islam teaches us that Allah replaces what we lose with something better. Sometimes not another person, but peace, clarity, and strength. Zion never spoke badly of the one who left. He prayed for them. That is Islamic character. He thanked Allah for the lesson. He trusted that whatever was written next would arrive at the right time. Because when Allah closes a door, it is never empty behind it. He is preparing another opening you cannot see yet. If you are reading this and feeling fear about losing someone, remember this. What is written for you will stay, and what leaves was never meant to complete you. Do not build your identity on another human. Build it on God. 2026 is not about loss. It is about alignment. It is about Allah removing what limits you so you can rise. Trust Him. He knows your heart better than you do. And He never takes without giving something greater in return.